As it stands, with the season dwindling down, they're 9 games out of first place in the conference and doing what they can to improve their playoff seeding. Coming down the stretch, a number of teams on the playoff bubble. Shaq, what can they do to close out strong?
Well, value not just every game. You have to value every possession.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, you've worked all year for this, so go get it, Ernie. Go out and get it. Grab it, bite it, eat it, go get it.
Wow. How do you follow that up?
I don't know, but bubble teams, they don't have the luxury of resting players. That's the difference. You know, guys with nagging injuries, you got to play through that if you're on a bubble, because you got to get into that play.
What's up with all the fucking static?
How about you?
No, I don't like taking nights off. I'd like to play through all my nagging injuries.
Ernie, that's why we have 6 rings up here in this panel.
There's 6 between the 3 of us.
We don't ever take nights off. We play through the pain.
How many do you have? How many do you have,
4.
Shaq? 2?
6.
Right, okay. Yeah, there's 6. How many do you have? 4 and 2. Right. Got it.
I've got the same number of rings as Kevin Harlan.
Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Good game here will get this road trip started confidently for the Lakers. And, of course, Reggie Bullock. And now's the time where he's getting settled during these first few games with the new team.
As you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says, some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. Well, Chris, we've been looking forward to this for a long time. Both teams tonight playing tremendous basketball lately.
Yeah, well, teams will say, well, we don't have this team circled on our calendar, or, you know, this game doesn't mean much. Oh, that's not true. These are litmus test games that you love to see. 2 dangerous teams, a lot riding on it, a lot of pride, and they really want to beat each other.
Comparing the great ones, it's always fun. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. All with it, here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. And it's Muscala in at the center position.
Outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as it gets near the rim.
Ball kicks to Kuzma. Muscala up top. Pass to LeBron. Back to Muscala. Rebound by the Wizards. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
6 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. The shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. This one for 3. Kuzma can't get it to go. Ball against Wall. To the wing on the left. No good from Howard. James, the pass to Kuzma. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the 76ers, to the inside. Howard. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Look, even when you contest Howard, he maintains his focus. An experienced vet, he's used to taking tough interior shots.
Ball dishes to James.
Yeah!
It's rebounded by Portis.
He don't have it anymore. He lost a step. He lost an inch in his vertical. The old LeBron will never return. Oh. we are watching before our eyes the decline.
The Wizards have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Inside, here's Wall. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Now, here's Parker after LeBron James's miss. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets in deep.
Lakers have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. That one falls.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Wall. A 20-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
And while he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
Caldwell Pope against Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Parker. Unloads from 13. Misses off the right iron. Lakers trail by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good D by Parker.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
The Lakers with LeBron wasted no time trying to surround him with free agent signings, Greg, to help round out the supporting cast.
Names came in rapid succession after LeBron committed. Caldwell Pope, Rondo, Stevenson all joined in short order. We'll see how far this team goes, but you cannot deny how interesting things have gotten with this roster.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the night.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
Religiously, when you block the shit, they get an easy score. In what fucking world? What fucking universe?
Free throw good, LeBron.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron would probably never be able to escape.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And, Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron, one of the best to ever play the game?
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. And has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against Indiana. Wall's shot is off.
His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job.
Here's Kuzma. He drains the quick shot.
LeBron.
The timing, the precision. You got to respect Kuzma's ability to drain shots off the pass.
Now Wall. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. A pass to Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
I love the chemistry Wall has with his teammates. He gets up on these alley-oops.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Unloads from 13. Nice jump shot. Good. Kuzma's got 6.
If the screen's better, that attempt's a lot easier, but he nails it even with the D still up on him.
Wall against Ball. And Wall kicks to Portis. Parker against James. Fader on the way. Again, the Wizards score.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Fires from deep. Another miss by Kuzma.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Parker finds Wall. Parker looking over the floor. The pass to Beal. Over Caldwell Pope. Here's Portis. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lakers trail by 6. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And there were a lot of hidden gems, Chris, in that 2017 draft, and Kyle Kuzma is right at the top of the list.
Well, Kuzma was taken with the 27th overall pick, but he looks like a top 5 pick if you ask me. He probably was just for being a 3-year player at Utah, but that time in college allowed him to hone his skill set. I mean, he came into the league with a wide variety of very polished moves.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and for being the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, Kuzma has made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Muscala. Reggie Bullock comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Both shots good from the stripe.
But I'll tell you, the Wizards just keep knocking on the door. They've assembled some good talent, but they haven't come together as a complete unit. I don't like their chemistry. I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more on the leadership side.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Green with the block. And here comes Ariza, leading the fast break. And stolen by James. Passes it to Bullock over Brown, and that misses everything. And for the Wizards, and you look at their history, 1979 was the last time they appeared in an NBA Finals.
Well, they lost to Seattle in that series, and the year before that, they won their only NBA championship, piece to Wes Unseld. But this current team is young. They have some talent. The future seems bright.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And Satoransky gets to Ariza. Back to Satoransky. Brown outside. Shoots over Bullock. That one wide left. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Rondo against Satoransky. Back to Ariza. Lets the 3 fly. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the 3-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there could flat out light it up.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. And here is LeBron. Rondo kicks to Kuzma. Back to Rondo. McGee dishes to LeBron. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, Washington with the triple.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
LeBron James. Washington leading now by 8. Satoransky the pass to Brown. Kicks to Green. Pass to Satoransky from 13, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Washington has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. On the wing, Green. Brown feeling out a bit. He kicks it to Mahimi. Over in the corner, Green. No good on the three. And so it's Washington in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. The Wizards with a bad habit of playing down to the level of competition. Bradley Beal says it has got to change.
I think our biggest problem was not respecting our opponents, thinking it was going to be easy. We have to realize that everybody in this league is a pro. Everybody's capable of winning. Everybody's capable of scoring. And it's tough to win in this league. So it's important each and every night that we come out with the focus and mentality that, yeah, we're a good team, but we still have to produce on the floor.
Well, the Wizards are a team with a lot of confidence, Greg, but you have to watch out for overconfidence.
Like he said, it's about respecting your opponent and bringing maximum level effort every time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
Ryan is out there with Green. Then it's Arthur. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Ariza in at the three. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Back to Satoransky. Shot clock at 6. The 17-footer. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Lakers trail by 6 to the middle. Here's LeBron. Here's Ingram. Second shot opportunity. Good work there as it goes. That's 10 points for LeBron.
The biggest fear any opponent has, watching LeBron go to work inside, you know what the results are going to be.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. His drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
first free throw is good. And when you think about Melo's scoring back to the basket, facing up, so versatile as a scorer.
A combination of strength, quickness, and touch that you rarely see. He can go around you, through you, or shoot it right over you.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And John Wall subbed in for Green. And both free throws good for Anthony. C-Web, a quick tactical question here. As a big, when you're defending the pick and roll, what are the things you're looking to do? How do you handle that?
Okay, I'm going to try to rapid pace this because this is what goes through your mind. What did Coach say to shoot around? Wait a minute, who is this? Is this Steph Curry that can dribble, or is this Thompson that loves to take a step back? Or is it a player like Durant that loves to hit you with the step back? Or who's setting the pick? Is it a guy like Thompson that's going to slip? Or is it a guy like Dwight Howard that they can throw it up to? Is it Capella that may slip and go through and you still throw it up to and you can't get back? Who's communicating? Who's on my team in the corner? What shooter's in the corner? Because they can't leave the corner to come help. Do I hedge hard? Do I not hedge hard? Oh no, this is the NBA. It's the greatest players in the world, and even if you do it right, they're going to score anyway. That's kind of what goes through your mind.
That is something else. Beal's checked in for Satoransky, and that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
Come on, let's get some rhythm out there. Let's flow, let's move, play basketball.
Fires from deep. No good on that one. Nice D from Wall. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Well, think about this. They were extremely versatile in their approach, taking what the defense allowed.
Now here's James. He had 28 points in the win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job of creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Wall finds Johnson. They get a hand on it. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Okay, it could be. Take a great defensive play. Follow it up with a big-time dunk. That'll always get a team fired up.
Pass to Hart. It's stolen by Wall.
Stay at the key.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Parker's checked in for Jarrell Arthur.
They should be making these kind of mistakes at this point of the season.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Fucking like you took a goddamn 3-year-long
It's
vacation.
Beal on the wing.
I forgot how to fucking play ball.
Now the pass to Bryant. That's tipped. Ingram with the steal. Anthony kicks to LeBron. Anthony, the pass to LeBron. Here's Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Washington's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
That's how you play the game. Get over it.
To the inside, Parker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Parker's got the game tied up here for Washington. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And C-Web, so many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, 2 of the greatest players to ever play the game, Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. And right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs, that's the gold standard. I mean, Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year. And I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
What the fuck?
Howard's checked in for the Wizards. And then for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. Lance Stevenson comes in for Anthony. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Josh Hart. Now, here's Stevenson. Kuzma passes to Ingram. gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ingram's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Lakers. Wizards trail by 3. Now here's Wall. Nice form on the 20-footer. Wall's got 6 points. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. It's Ingram on the wing. They grab their own miss. Here's Chandler. Nice fake with the layup off the mark.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter.
Beal gets a wide open look. Here's Parker. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Ball dishes to Stevenson. With his first shot attempt, ball no good. The Wizards have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Up pass to Wall, and Wall with the slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Kuzma. No good off the back of the rim.
What the fuck?
That's a 2 from Parker. No good there with the step-back J.
Y'all should be down by 40.
Movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Stevenson kicks to Kuzma. Over Parker. Kuzma can't get it to go. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Washington Wizards. They've led by as much as 10. And Washington making a change here. Portis is checked in. And here's Wall. 8 points for him.
More of the bullshit. Look at John Wall. Just look at him.
Right side, Portis. Wall finds Parker.
My God.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. Taking a look at Washington. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they weren't supposed to be this good. I mean, people have now started to accept that they're a real factor in how this season will ultimately play out.
Stevenson can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
When you think about his career, he's been a dominant presence for so many years. That's Dwight Howard. He came into the league right out of high school, played all 82 games,
It's one thing to lose a game.
And the Lakers call time here.
Thing to have a tolerance.
And see, Webb, you know, so many people talk about Howard's injuries, but he played in all 82 games in each of his first 4 seasons in the league.
Well, yeah, that's how you get the niggas. He's looked invincible. The way he's built, like a brick wall. Few guys have ever been that strong and that athletic.
Some changes for the Lakers. Anthony comes in for Brandon Ingram. And LeBron subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Lakers trail by 3. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Passes to Kuzma. Knocks it loose. Parker with the steal. The open shot by Beal. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
A big mistake by the D, and they got away with it.
And the Lakers turn it over again. Wizards. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Anthony.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
To the inside. Wall's shot is off.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
The shot by Anthony, no good. Wizards leading by 3. Parker with it. Now Anthony defending, and the dunk by Parker.
This is why you can't leave guys open around Wall. He'll notice it and exploit it.
Falling apart.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Inside and stolen
He
by
was
Portis.
open, LeBron.
They
Was.
push it up
By the time you
4-on-3.
passed it, he wasn't.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you know
He
what? You allow a
was.
guy to get right
By
to
the
the
time
rim
you
like that.
decide to
That's
throw him the
your
ball,
only option.
he wasn't.
And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Miami's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Bobby Portis. And Satoransky subbed in for Beal. And he makes both free throws.
Shut the fuck up.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's Ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. The Wizards working the ball around now.
Nobody's
James
open.
to pass the ball. Back to LeBron. Shoots over Satoransky. And again, the Lakers no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Toronto. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out the Lakers, a few slots below them.
And for the Raptors, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
Yeah, already the focus has started to turn to the postseason. What they need to do to make a run at the championship.
They deserve that
dropping
shit.
the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run
What a dumbass.
by Washington.
Lakers shoot their 7th free throw attempt here.
You fucking dummy. You're not going to block that. Get the fuck back. What an idiot. Next time you deserve to be standing in front of him and get his balls in your motherfucking face for that shit. Violate that bitch. Shouldn't have been fucking standing there any goddamn way. Short ass, dumb, weak ass,
Free throw good, James.
They've hit every one of their free throws here
no
in the
way
second
we should
quarter.
still be in the
Very
game.
important
Y'all fucking
when
suck.
you're trailing.
And Satoransky kicks to Parker. 46 seconds left here in the second. From 13, and it's in there. Parker's got 12 in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Anthony. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Jabari Parker.
That's what fucking happened. Nigga, when we pull up the fucking replay?
That one misses.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. And the Lakers with another miss.
Was not in
And they
position,
continue
Chandler.
to
That was your
control
board.
the glass.
You was not in position. You was not in position.
And
You got to
Satoransky
get in
kicks to
position.
Mahinmi. All with it.
Oh my
Just
God.
3 on the clock. Nice D from Chandler.
What happened to the Lonzo Ball defense we heard so much about? What the fuck was that? Lonzo.
Type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
And so it's Jabari Parker making things happen for the Washington Wizards. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Much-needed halftime break.
The 2K Sports
Hey,
halftime
man, what the
show.
fuck you doing, bro? Get the fuck back. Give me a cigarette. No, you the athlete. I'm the motherfucking dude. Give me. I can have one. Don't look at me like that. I'm not the athlete you are.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jabari Parker. He had 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
I was really impressed with Jabari Parker. Tremendous feel for the game. Not the biggest, fastest guy on the floor, but works with angles.
Give it
knows
up
how to
to
get a
Jabari
shot.
Parker. 12
He's added
points,
strength.
6
Look
rebounds,
how strong he is,
12.6
Ernie.
boards, 4
Nice
assists at the
muscles.
half.
And over to
He's
Kenny,
on pace for
your
24
takeaway on the
points,
Lakers.
12 rebounds,
Well, I
and
think
8
their
assists.
problem is
That's what
rebounding,
he's on
Ernie.
par.
You know,
That's
when
what
you're
he's on
trying to come
board
back
for.
in
If
a
he can
game,
keep it up.
every possession counts because each
Yeah,
possession
LeBron
can turn
dropped
into
13
points, and you
but
need to cut
he's
that
gotta get
deficit
some more- He's got to
quickly.
get his teammates more involved. He's gotta
And
get
that
some
does it for our
rebounds out there.
halftime
He's
show.
gotta
We
play
now
some
take you
damn
back to
defense
Kevin
out
Harlan
there.
for the start of the third period.
A lot of shit needs to transpire. And Luke, we don't know how the halftime speech is going in Luke Walton's locker room. Probably not going the way
We
it should
played
be.
through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one.
Probably not going the way it's supposed to be or the way it should be. But who knows? You want to go down there? You want to go to the locker room and see? We don't really got much time. Ain't much time left. We'll do it next time, one of the other times, when we get there early to catch the whole thing. We'll start the stream back in about 5 minutes. Lonzo Ball might need some help guarding John Wall. I ain't blaming it all the defensive woes on Lonzo Ball. At the same time, John Wall scored about 6 to 8 points out there that should have been more closely and tightly defended. Hey, give me some of that green apple Fanta. That shit is good. Here you go, Johnny. Johnny. Much better. Much better. Alright, what's Luke Walton gonna do? What adjustments he's gonna make? We halfway in the damn locker room right now.
What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
And we've got... Third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You know, C-Web, we're seeing the game evolve. So often the players are the trailblazers, and I'm sure there are guys that you think are changing the game the most.
How many times can you say we've seen something that we've never seen before?
Right.
And to be honest with you about that, and Steph Curry, we've never seen that before. He's weaponized the three-pointer more than anyone before, and he's broken his own records. And the great part about it, he plays so balanced. And then you have to look at his teammate. I think at the end of his career, his teammate, Kevin Durant, may be the best offensive player that's entered the NBA. He has that type of skill set because of his height, because of his shooting, his passing and dribbling, and he plays on a team with some willing passers, and he's a 7-footer. So I get excited when I think about those guys. And then again, the ball handling of Kyrie Irving, I think that is changing the game, along with Harden and being able to draw the fouls that he draws as well on that basketball.
Good example. Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. All out there with LeBron James. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Chandler, and it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Ball against ball. Here's LeBron. Wow, way off on that.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Outside, Beal. Off target from 3-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
And checking out some numbers for Parker. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's averaging 15 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
5 to shoot. Howard with the steal. Parker kicks to Beal. Ball taking his time here. Parker outside. Pass to Beal. 6 to shoot. Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
When you're open, Beal will find you outstanding at working the ball over to the open man.
Lakers trail by 11. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
He gets that one. 15 points for LeBron.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop.
Now here's Beal after LeBron James's miss. Portis finds Beal. No good with the triple.
He'll be happy that they're in front, but he knows better than anyone else that he's still without a bucket, and he won't be happy with it.
They just took it from him.
Wall passes to Parker.
Straight up took it from him.
The dish to Howard. Back to Parker.
Sick of this shit.
Nice ball movement by Washington. 6 to shoot. Here's Portis. And the rejection by LeBron.
James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear view mirror when you draw into the hole.
Just barely too late, and then catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Ryan is checked in for Washington. Arthur comes in for Parker. On the wing, James. Pass the ball.
Wrong guy. You got to go to Chandler.
Kicks to Chandler. Back to James. No good on the triple.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Outside Bryant. Ball against ball. Now the pass to Arthur. No good from outside. Lakers trail by 13. The wide open look here for Kuzma. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Kuzma's got 13 points.
An outstanding three-point shooter. Kuzma is a prototype stretch four. That makes him very valuable.
Passes it to Arthur. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Arthur's got his first points of the night. And the Lakers call time here.
But Luke Walton, he's definitely a coach players like to play for. I mean, it helps that he was a player not too long ago. Both stars and role players appreciate the candor and the opportunity he provides them.
For the Wizards, Green comes in for Bobby Portis, and Satoransky is subbed in for John Wall. Lakers trail by 12. And with Walton, you hear players talk about the leeway that he allows them.
And that extra bit of trust Walton gives goes
What
a
the
long
fuck, dude?
way. It's why so many rookies have been able to flourish under him.
Second
Young
air
players
ball,
develop.
one goddamn
Let
game.
them learn on the fly, and Walton has done a good job of creating that
You lose
environment.
Bonga for that?
Now here's Beal. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. The shot by Bryant, no good.
I liked it, Bonga.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Shoots it, and that misses badly. Air ball. Washington leading now by 14.
Everybody,
And Beal
back
kicks
it
to
up
Satoransky.
and go home.
Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
What a good move.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Los Angeles Lakers roster. Except for Brandon
Rondo
Ingram,
passes to
the
Ingram.
only one who played a meaningful ball game.
Basket is good. The assist from
Made the right
Rondo.
decision and he's knocked down the
Rondo's
shots
got
supposed
3 assists now
The
in this
only
one.
one.
Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from
Everybody
three-point
else.
range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Back it up. Go.
Green finds Bryant. Now here's Arthur. He's guarded by Bullock. Such a wide open look. Arthur's got his second basket of the night.
I mean, he's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and train.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you, always has his head on a swivel.
From the Wizards, they're shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Now here's Beal, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Green kicks to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Arthur. Rondo with some nice D.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play
Los Angeles
perfectly,
back
then
in
with
the
the quick
ballgame.
reaction time. I mean, I don't always
Not
like
over
the
yet.
3 on the fast break, but the D
Can
was
you
set
imagine the
up
Lakers
well
can
inside.
still win this
So
game
timeout
after
called
playing
here.
like this
The
for
first
3
for
quarters?
Washington.
Still possible to win?
Is she pretty? I'ma come around your city. I'm gonna come around. Can I rock you? Can I rock you? Anytime I come around your city, I'ma burn it down. Then you won't go come around.
Gotta get back to this ball game.
Washington making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Bryant. Reza comes in for Jarrell Arthur. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. And then for Los Angeles, James checked in for Mike Muscala. Anthony comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Hart subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Couldn't stop it.
Such skill and focus close to the rim. Wall willing to take on anyone. yeah, Kevin. And what a quick rise to the top has been for John Wall. He was drafted #1 overall, the 6th player ever to reach 2,000 points and 1,000 assists.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Right, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Now here's Beal. No points in the game yet for him. Down low. Mahimi's shot is good. And the Wizards lead by 13.
An all-around player. Bill doesn't just look to score. He's also good at distributing it.
James in the post. Guarded by Mahimi. And good that time.
Nice rim protection. And it's still not enough to keep him from getting a layup.
Try again, Josh Hart. Try
To
again.
the middle.
Oh, it worked perfect.
And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 5 assists tonight.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 17. Green against Anthony. Buries it down low. Anthony's got 9 points.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Left side, Wall. Outside, Green. Kicks it to Ariza. He dishes it to Mahimi. Green inside the 3-point line. And so it's Washington holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get.
We got LeBron more tired and we didn't even close the gap on the lead. JaVale McGee some minutes. You can win the fourth quarter, you can still win the game.
Get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll return shortly.
Go in the huddle. Fuck that assist of the game bullshit.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Oh, yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Wall with the ball for Washington. At one point, they led by 16. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Howard is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Hart after the made shot from Bradley Beal. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Pacers in Indiana.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Now here's Wall. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Ingram against Ariza. And it's Ingram missing. Wizards leading by 13. Wall wide open.
I tell you
The
what it is.
offensive rebound. Oh, and he blocks.
I tell you what it is. The Wizards got on the Michael Jordan throwback jerseys. That's what it is. They got the ghost of the GOAT in the house.
It off the glass. Wow. Ariza against Ingram. Here's Anthony. Unable to get that one. Good D by Parker.
All for naught.
Beal deciding where to go with it. And Parker with the basket on the assist from Beal. 16 points for Parker.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Ingram. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Ariza.
Slithering into the lane with such ease. I mean, when Ingram is aggressive, it forces the D to act.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken second overall back in 2016, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
Two shots.
A lot of potential. He's little with inconsistency.
And the first one at the line is good. And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram certainly has the makeup and skills to be a first option on offense. And when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence.
Yeah, and the second pick in the 2016 draft out of Duke, bro, Brandon Ingram, possessing a rare combination of length and shooting ability.
Back to Wall, three-pointer, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Lakers trail by 14. Outside Anthony, three-pointer, knocks down the three ball.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Nice shot by Portis.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Timeout called the Lakers. C-Web, usually rookies take more threes as they grow in the NBA. That has not been the case for Brandon Ingram.
Well, Ingram went the opposite way, taking less threes. If you think about it, he focused more on slashing and mid-range shots, and I think it's worked for him. He settled less, and he took a big step forward in his offensive development because of it.
Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Anthony. LeBron comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Ball subbed in for Josh Hart. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team.
Another fucking
He got on
airball.
him. He said he's got to see more intensity.
No
He said we
way.
put ourselves in this hole,
They
and
done
we've
shot
got to
almost
work our
10
way
of them.
out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Kuzma against
3
Wall.
points were back in the game.
And he goes right over Kyle Kuzma and slams it down.
You gotta enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Dishes to Wall. He kicks it to Beal. Parker outside. Wall against Ball. Steps back and fires. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. 10 points for Bobby Portis.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Kuzma. Parker with the steal.
Look at it.
Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
Beal is so dangerous in the open floor. He can burn you with his speed, his shooting, in pretty much every way.
Ball, the pass to McGee to stop the run, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Dwight Howard. We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're James Harden. and you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, it's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offensive player, you want to be so aggressive that you put the referees in a tough position to make a tough call and to see what that was. Fans want to see the best players play, not sit. So you have to be judicious with how far you go, but just sometimes slip in the tendencies. I used to get so mad when all I would do is go challenge a shot. The human kickstand would kick his leg out. The ref would say I fouled him. I didn't foul him. And the best actor in the world would get to go to the line, get a 4-pointer. And okay, Caleb, what was the question again? Stars. Oh, superstars getting.
I don't know. Let's stop. Let's stop.
Nasty. You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
Washington leading now by 18. Here's Parker.
But goddamn, you know what? You know what this dunk says? This dunk said, LeBron, you know what LeBron is saying with this dunk? This game is over. The game is over. And that's why he did this. To tell you that it's over. The little dunk contest. All-Star game wasn't that long ago. You know, you don't play no defense on an All-Star game. Meaningless game. This game is fucking over. Woo! Walk on water then, my brother. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you.
And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 18 points for Parker.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Yeah, the defender all
Fuck that.
over.
I ain't hating on this shit no more. John Wall bullied
And Greg,
that
last
boy.
season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they
Way to
say
go
that?
for the
You know,
Wizards.
Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in
Real
assists.
shit.
Not a
Way
stat
to
you
go for the
associate with
Wizards.
selfishness.
They did that.
Sometimes
fucking
it's
thing, man.
really about personalities.
The Lakers play the Wizards again this season, marking it down on the schedule.
First one falls for him. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Web, and not divided by conference.
trade for Bill,
What if
no
the
trade
NBA
for
should
Wall?
consider
They
giving out
acquired
separate
Jabari
awards,
Parker.
you know, for the East and the
got
West?
better.
You know, Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that
The
there
East
should
is
be an
wide open.
offensive
Nobody's
MVP.
talking about the Wizards.
I do believe there should be a difference between
Let's not get ahead of
MVP
ourselves
and
at all,
maybe the best player in the
game for
league,
Washington.
because how do we define
that
some of
fans
these
in
things?
there,
So I
this
do think we
crowd,
can
good for
tinker
them.
with some of the
Good that
awards,
fans
but
deserve
East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. And it's Parker in the corner. Wall against Ball. And it's Parker in the corner. Outside, Beal. Shot clock at 5. And again, Washington, no good.
Well, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
And stolen by Portis. Lots of room. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Ball in the corner. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Wizards.
Another
Howard's got the
air
glass
ball.
covered here tonight. 11
Another
boards
air
for
ball.
him. And stolen by Kuzma. From deep,
Air ball.
James. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got rebound number 12
you
here
gotta
already
laugh
in the
to keep
game.
crying.
Parker finds Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington.
Don't foul him. Do not foul him.
Every once in a while, we hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. C-Web, when you hear that term, what does it mean to you?
It means it's the truth. When I got to the NBA as a rookie, the thing that amazed me the most was that I was already part of a fraternity. There was no having to be kind of welcomed in. You are welcomed in once you're part of the NBA. Guys want to see you do well. Not against them, not against their team, but guys want to see you do well because they know the work, the effort, the sacrifice that it takes to get to this level. And that's a really refreshing feeling, knowing the guys got your best interest as long as it isn't against them that night.
Yeah, great perspective on that topic.
They fucking did their thing. Bully ball.
Outside Portis, down to 5 on the shot clock.
It's embarrassing.
There's Beal with the 3.
Oh, that's a nice closeout by him. He took away all the daylight on that play.
To do something like this at home in the States.
Parker kicks to Howard.
The only other thing
Tries again.
They threw at least
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I was joking when I said
Seems weird, doesn't it, to call Howard an old-school type player? Because, see, Webb, I remember when he was considered new school.
Oh, yeah, I do too. That's when I played against him.
Players
yeah, the
on an NBA team
at his size that back then felt new. But he was your classic back-to-the-basket, rim-protecting center. And once you feed him the ball, it was rarely coming back out.
I don't know what's going on in L.A. I don't know what's going on in L.A. We're hearing shit about locker room being fucked up by the media out in Boston. Don't know what the fuck is going on in L.A., but an NBA team with NBA players and then shot damn near 10 air balls? What the fuck?
Free throw good, Howard. Last season, C-Web, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt, or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it. And definitely he managed your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table and I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is unprecedented. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do is address the issue because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're up by 21. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Jabari Parker.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. .151 left in the fourth quarter. Ariza has the open look. Misses the 3.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
They get it back. Stevenson outside.
Don't let him shoot that.
A second chance effort. That shot off. Some solid defense from Brown. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Wizards.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Parker.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game, no matter what the situation was. He was the one to dictate the action.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Washington. The free throw drops for Rondo.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Rondo against Satoransky. Johnson kicks to Ariza. Pass to Mahimi. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
They don't want to end the game. They're loving this game. They just want to go home and Washington just want to keep playing.
First free throw is good.
Can't blame him. Why in the slaughter? Let it continue.
And Anthony drops them both. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Satoransky against Rondo. Now Satoransky. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. 18, 9, 5, and 2. One short of a double-double. Wall as well. One assist shy of a double-double. But what Dwight Howard bully balled him out there with a double-double. Bradley Beal only needed 11 points. The Washington Wizards to do what they did. They did that. They got that. They got that. They got that. Gotta give it to them. Washington, I don't think it's going to be on the schedule. But we're going to check and see if LA plays Washington one more time. By next season, this will be all forgot about. But it won't be forgot about from now to the playoffs. If LA can get a chance to play them again. Get a rematch. A good old-fashioned rematch. Not going to happen. Only rematch LA is going to get is against the Rockets. To come out against Houston, go to Houston, leave from Washington, travel to Houston. Yeah, they are on a road trip. Oh yeah, they are on a road trip. But before Indiana comes Houston. Chris Paul is back. James Harden is balling out of his mind. There's that. This year is not last year, and next year will not be this year. So, Get your basketball fix in while you can. You know that the off season this lasts a little bit too fucking long for some of us. But the stories won't stop coming. The names have changed, but the game, for the most part, will remain the same. Looking at Houston here, just because it's right there in my face. Let's see. Let's scout him real quick. Let's scout him. Let's scout him. Check the lineup. Got a feeling Lonzo Ball is gonna get hurt pretty soon. Got that fucking DNA factor in effect. Yeah, that'll be next game. Sean Devin. Yeah. Right about that. They roll over the Los Angeles Lakers. Parker Stars. Show the fuck, dude. They ain't arguing with it. Giving Washington their props. That's what I'm doing. That's what I did do.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free.
Williamson.
Oh, my goodness. It's not even a full year. You guys have been teammates together. How did this happen? Start with you.
Wow, I don't know where to start. I guess I'll start at McDonald's All-American game. Before the freshmen got a feel for each other from the start once we got here during the summer. The chemistry was like just there.
Diane Williamson. How would you analyze his game?
I love his game. I like him on the defensive end more because if we miss an assignment or something, he goes up and gets the block and saves us all from getting, yelled at by coach. But, he can do everything on the court. He's not just a dunker, and that's what I love about him.
Ultimate competitor when it comes times to win. I know he wants to win. And he's an all-around player. He can really shoot the ball off the dribble with the spot up. I don't know, it's just something about him wanting to win so much that I like it. Like, I want to be a part of that.
We were kind of goofing a little before about the size of his arms versus the size of yours. How intimidating is that when you're on the court, when you see someone as strong as he is when he's coming down the lane?
You don't want to take a charge. I thought I took a charge once on him in practice. I'll never do that again.
What did it feel like?
It just hurt. I was slow getting up. But when you see him coming down the lane, you just want to move out the way.
What about him? He looks a little stronger than maybe a little perceived here.
Oh yeah, don't let his body fool you. RJ will get to goal from the three-point line in one dribble and a half-court offense. He'll take these long steps and he'll be strong with the ball, and he finishes through contact very well, and I think that's why he gets a lot of and-ones.
A lot of people on the outside want to project what you two should be doing. Oh, they shouldn't be at Duke. Zion should already be playing in the league. How much are you enjoying and having this opportunity to actually be a freshman in college, with teammates like you have at Duke?
I always knew I would go to college. Even if they would have had like the NBA rules still, I still would have came to college. You're never gonna get this experience again. Like, you know, once you go to the league, it's grown men now, like kids, families. It's not just, you know, teenagers having fun. Like, it's business then.
You guys obviously were mortal because you lost. I'm going back to the Gonzaga game in Maui, where people assumed you would steamroll everyone. What did that one game do for this team when you had to suffer a setback that early on?
What you just said, that's like the social media doing its thing. After we won our first game, we said, guys, like, there's 40 more games. We said that in all our interviews, but all people saw was the score, and they would try to hype us up to be invincible. But I mean, this is college basketball. Like, we're freshmen. Like, not making excuses for why we it's acceptable to lose, but teams like Virginia, Gonzaga, they're great teams. Nobody has the invincible trait. We just try to like learn from that game. By the time March comes around, hope we be at our best.
Here's Allen driving in on Kaminsky. Cook. Oh, what a shot. Tyus Jones launches the three. Oh, this kid. And the Blue Devils are the national champions.
So there's a lot of parallels with this team in 2015. How much has the coaching staff brought that up? The way your freshman class is really tight, the way maybe 2015 was?
This is why we came to Duke. Coach K does not compare people. Yeah, he says that we're like close to some of the teams he had, but if we want to try to win a national championship, we have to be close with the team we're on now.
That obviously had 3 big-time freshmen. The last one that started had 4. That won a national championship was 2012 Kentucky. They had Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. They went 1-2 in the draft. It's not easy to do. What makes this group, you think, special enough that it could win a national championship leaning on so many freshmen?
Just because we're talented doesn't mean that we're not going to work hard. We work together, we play defense. That really sets up our offense. That's really what it comes down to. When you have talent to go with the work ethic and a great coach, that's a great formula for success.
I mentioned the Davis, Kidd-Gilchrist. They went 1-2. There's obviously a good chance that could happen. What would that mean to you, because you guys have become so tight, if in some order that occurs in June?
We'll definitely be happy for each other. Whoever, goes 1 or 2 doesn't really matter to us. I'm going to be happy for my brother. We've both been working for this for a long time, so we're just happy to see each other succeed.
I know we have a long way to go to get there, but what will it take to get a championship for Duke?
The brotherhood, like playing as one, being sharp, playing defense, working harder than the other team. And just listening to Coach K, nothing about this will be easy. It just takes 1 game to lose, like everybody knows that.
In what way will you define a successful overall freshman year?
Winning the championship, really. That's the main goal. So if you don't do that, then you can't really say that you succeeded.
Individual goals and stuff, like, that's not important. It's like everybody comes to college and try to win a national championship, and I think that's the final goal for everybody on this team.